Hello, I'm Catherine and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if this is a return visit. I'm so glad to have you here today. I wanted to do another one in my series of full face of a particular brand. Today, I thought I would focus on the Sephora Collection that is exclusively found at Sephora stores. A couple reasons. First of all, these are very affordable and interesting products at Sephora, and I've never done a full face of this collection, but I was very interested to see how it held up compared to the higher end brands that they have at Sephora. Also, I wanted to talk about the Sephora Collection because the Sephora VIB Spring Sale is about to be upon us in April, and I am going to be doing a separate video where I talk about recommendations that I have if you are interested in purchasing something from the sale. But all of this, which is really reasonably priced to begin with, will be 10, 15, or 20% off depending on the tier that you belong to in the Sephora Rewards program. I thought this would be important to get this out ahead of the sale in case you were interested in picking up some of these products. So if this sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned and let's put on a full face of Sephora Collection makeup. Okay, I have my hair pulled back and let's get started. I do have all of my skincare already on my face as well as sunscreen. I am not going to be using a primer. I did not pick up a primer from Sephora Collection, but that might be something for the future that I would look into. I did pick up their newest foundation, which is this one here called the Best Skin Ever, which is a great name, I think. And I picked up the shade 19.5P. For the Best Skin Ever, it says that it is a medium buildable coverage for the look of naturally perfected skin. It is enriched with algae extracts and hyaluronic acid, provides anti-pollution benefits and 12-hour hydration, and clinically proven to reduce signs of stress and fatigue. That's a winner. I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Complexion Duo to apply this. I'm going to go ahead and this is my very first impression of this. Place this around the face and start to see what we think. Shade looks nice. It's not a heavy foundation. I like that I'm still getting some dew kind of on the face. It's not a flat matte foundation by any stretch. You can still see my skin through it, but it is, you can see this side compared to this side is looking more cohesive, blended. I think that that's all I'm going to add, the one pump. I'm pretty happy with that. I'll bring you in so you can see a little closer. It looks nice. No tack. I definitely feel it on the skin, but it feels more like a heavier moisturizer, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel dry. It feels very hydrating. Okay, so I had the Bright Future Corrector from Sephora before, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that just where the darkness is. This is a liquid corrector, and as you can see, it's quite peach. Trying to take away, I'm just going to use my e.l.f. sponge, some of that darkness under the eye. This is a very thin formula. Let's see if you can tell compared to that side. It's definitely muted that blue-black under the eye. And then I purchased the Bright Future Concealer. I purchased the concealer in the shade Buttercream 4. It seems like it's going to be very light, but oh well, we'll give it a go. It is hard to pick shades, don't you think, online? I think that did a pretty good job. Doesn't look overly light under my eyes. Now it's already creasing, I can tell. That's not the best. It's definitely lighter, a lot lighter than the foundation, which you want it lighter than the foundation. Okay, so that combo was interesting together. I did purchase a powder from Sephora. This is the Matte Perfection Powder Foundation. It comes in a nice little magnetic compact Looks like this. And I love a powder foundation to use for my powder because it just helps to add a little bit of coverage in areas where you need it. I got the shade Cool Beige. I'm just going to put some on the nose, some on the forehead. I like how I can just kind of stamp with this brush instead of sweep. I think it makes a difference. We'll bring it all the way down, kind of stamp it on the face, since we are using powder products today. Okay, that did a nice job taking down a little bit of the glow. That powder was quite nice. I like that. It wasn't overly cakey, did a nice job. For bronzer, same type of compact. This is not magnetic though, it just closes shut. This is the Sephora Matte Bronzer in the shade 02 Majorca. And I'm going to be using my BK Beauty 103 brush to use this bronzer. I'll show it to you. It's pretty warm leaning. It's a nice tone. Not too heavy. And it's blending very nicely. All right, this has done a nice job. It's definitely warmed up my face. Again, it's a little warmer than I usually use. I do like a warmer bronzer in the summertime, but this is more golden-y than having a cool undertone. I do notice this concealer, I'll just show you so you can kind of see, is really starting to crease. So I just go in with my sponge. It might be just too liquidy for my under eyes. It's just catching right in those under eye wrinkles and settling right in. For blush and highlighter, I picked up this little trio. This is a trio face palette. It doesn't call in the shade Gleam, and I'll show you. It has a nice pink blush, kind of a mutier, more subtle highlight, and then a very icy gleaming highlight. So we'll go ahead and start with the blush, which is a pretty pink shade. I'm using my Flower Beauty blush brush, which really applies blush nicely. It's just very soft, as you can see, kind of a wiggly brush, not quite as dense, and it helps you to build a blush really nicely. I like the shade quite a bit. It's very pretty, very spring pink. For the highlight today, I think I'm going to go ahead and show you the gleaming one just so you can see. I will swatch this on my hand. So this is the subtle highlight, and then next to it I'm going to put the gleaming one just so you can see the difference. So this one up here is the more gleaming one, and this is the more subtle. So I think I'll go in lightly to the icier, more gleaming one and see what we get. Oh yeah, that's there. But see how it's nice? It just has that wonderful effect of when you turn so that you don't see it head on. You can see it there. And do a little here. And actually, I might go into the more subtle one for the nose and elsewhere on the face. The complexion looks very fresh, very clean. The foundation has settled in very nicely, and I do really like the powder. Verdict is out on the concealer though. But the bronzer was good, and this little blush palette with the highlight, very nice, and very nice highlight. For brows, I went ahead and picked up the Sephora Brow Volumizing Fiber Mascara. And I got the shade 01 Blonde. So we're gonna see, sometimes blonde works well for me and sometimes it's a little too warm. Okay, this is pretty dry. I'm not feeling a lot of product in there. Let's see if I can get anything going. I'm not feeling Did I get a bad one? I mean, I'm barely feeling any wetness. I mean, a little bit. Some came out on that side for sure. I'm really having to, I'll show you, get in there. I don't know. This is a brand new product. Okay, it's a little bit better now. I don't know if I'm having to kind of warm up the product. The color is good, I guess, because I assume it's blending in. It's definitely not too much. Okay, not quite sure about this product because it is brand new, but the color looks fine. We'll see. You just never know until you try things. You never know. For eyes, I actually had 2 eye palettes, and I love these eye palettes they have at Sephora. I highly recommend them. They're called the I Love palettes, and I have 2. I have this one that is the Light Cool, and it looks like that, and I think that's the one I'm going to use today. And then I also have the Medium Cool, which I don't even understand. This is not cool to me at all. This is a very warm palette, but this is the Medium Cool. Today, I'm going to go into the Light Cool. I'm going to start off with this shade here, this kind of a taupey brown, and I'm just going to put that all over the lid. I am going to go into this biggest shade over here, which is really nice to have a big cream shade. And I'm going to use that for the brow bone and also just to kind of diffuse. I'll go back into this later also to diffuse. But you can see that's just a really nice brown shade all over the lid. I'm going to use my a little smaller brush and go into this deeper brown shade and add a little bit of interest in the outer corner. And drag that through the crease as well. There is a nice little mirror in these palettes too. Great for travel. I'm going to go back into that little cream shade to diffuse on this outer corners here. I love to do that just to kind of have it be a little bit more seamless. Okay, and then lastly, I'm going to go into this really pretty champagne shade. I'm going to start off with a brush and see if I want to do my fingers instead. I love the satin finish of that shimmer. I'm going to take my diffuser brush and just go all the way around. And that is the eye look. Very simple, very pretty, easy. Great palettes. These I Love palettes are so pretty. For eyeliner, I picked up a Sephora Retractable eyeliner in the shade brown. And I'm just going to go ahead and add that. This does come with a little smudger on the other side, so I'm going to try to use that. I don't usually use those, but it's actually working pretty well. That worked pretty nicely, and the shader brush, the little smudger on the end was okay. It's a little hard on your eyes. I prefer to use a brush like this to get in there and smooth anything out. But that's nice to have that just in case if you want to use that. For mascara, I have never tried a Sephora mascara. I got this one that is called their Size Up Mascara. This is the Volume Extra Large. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and then I will show you the wand and put on my mascara. I've curled my lashes. I wanted to show you the wand. It is kind of the typical hourglass wand that you see similar to Too Faced Better Than Sex or L'Oreal Lash Paradise. And we're gonna see how this works. I will say that on the Sephora website, this mascara, and really all of the mascaras, did not have very good reviews. I didn't read all the details, but it was not well ranked. And I never hear anyone talk about this, but you never know when you find a find. It's definitely a volumizing mascara. I usually go for something that's more lengthening, but I like trying these, and this is going to give me dramatic lashes for sure. I'm going to go ahead and finish my lashes, and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back with my lashes done. I only use the matte Giga Black on my bottom lashes, but I'll bring you in so you can see these are definitely dramatic, volumized lashes. So we'll see. It didn't feel overly clumpy, and it was pretty lightweight going on. So those are all good things. It seemed to go on pretty well. I usually don't like it when it gets too wet. It didn't feel too wet. It didn't feel too dry. It was a good in between. So we'll see how well this lasts. I want to move on to lips, and I had a few products. I'm only obviously going to wear one, but I wanted to swatch a few others for you. First of all, and I can't find the name of this, but these lipsticks that they have, I've had this for a while. I believe this shade is 122. I'm not going to wear this one, but I am going to swatch it for you. These are kind of a shiny balm-like lipstick. Very, very nice. And this is just a nice nude. I have enjoyed these. This is a great formula that they have. I also have a couple of these lipsticks, and the first one I ever got was this one called Tan Lines, which is a really nice pinky nude. I'm going to put that right next to, so it's right above here. It's a nice peachy nude, and I got a little sample of this lip liner called Nothing But Nude, and I liked that a lot. I'm going to put it up above with the tan lines. So this is the lip liner here, and this is Tan Lines, and this is the other lipstick. But today I wanted to use this lip liner I have that's called Dress to the 90s, and it's a very nice contouring lip liner. It has a cooler tone to it than the Nothing But Nudes, but very nice at contouring. Really creamy lip liner, and you twist it up. I really like this. I'll show you the difference too, so you can see between the Nothing But Nudes. So this is the Nothing But Nudes here. You can see it's much warmer than this contoured one. But this is a really nice shade. For my lips, it's almost exactly my lip color, just a shade darker, so it works out really well. The new lipstick I just got in this collection, this one is called We. This is in the Lip Stories collection, and it's called We. It is such a pretty shade. A really pretty pink nude. A little bit cooler. I'll put it next to the Tan Lines so you can see the difference. So Tan Lines is the middle, and then this one here is We. It's a little bit pinker, but both are nudes in the nude family. But I really, really like that lipstick in We. I'm glad I got that. That's a great purse lipstick for me. I did get the plumping lip gloss in the shade 11. I think it's called Outrageous. This is just kind of a pearly clear. It doesn't give much color. It does have a plumping effect. It's really nice on the lips, and it feels really good. This is a great price for this lipstick, and I just think it's a beautiful pink nude. Reminds me of Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury. I need to compare the two, but it's very similar. It has just a nice effect. I feel like it would be flattering on so many different lips and so many different skin tones. This is my full face of Sephora Collection makeup. I'm really pretty happy with it. First off, I think this foundation could be really something special. It has settled into my skin beautifully. Felt so nice. The shade was great. We'll see how well it wears, but I'm really pleased with that. Concealer, I'm gonna say no-go on. It is continuing to crease. Even after I have pressed it in, there's just so many good concealers out there. Even at the drugstore, I wouldn't waste your money on that. The bronzer I thought was nice. Wasn't the best bronzer I've ever used. Again, I think I could find better at the drugstore. Very much liked the powder foundation. I thought this is a very good product and great price on that. This little palette is great. The blush is beautiful and both highlights very nice. Love these I Love palettes. I highly recommend these. I think these are really nice. You can get a beautiful, very mature shimmer eye, which I really like. The brow product, I think you saw, I don't know if I got a dud, but barely anything came out. I don't even know if I really have anything on my brows. The mascara might be good. It seems like it's done a good job. We'll see. We'll test that over time. And I really am loving these Sephora Lip Stories. These lipsticks are great and they're a great price, very creamy. I did get the creamy formula. I think it's the cream formula or I'm not sure, but so is Tan Lines. And these Sephora lip liners are excellent. And I particularly like this one in Dress to the 90s. I think it is a great contour lip liner if you are looking for something to make your lips look a little bit bigger. This would be a great place to start. And lip gloss was nice. Nothing totally special, but very nice. Overall, very happy with the look. Happy to have tried some new products and have some new additions to my collection. So glad you joined me here today. I would love it if you would decide to become a regular member of our family here by hitting that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you'll be alerted anytime I post a new video. Right now, I've been posting about 3 videos a week. I'm still getting into a routine, but hopefully I'll have a set schedule very soon and I will let you know about that. Stay tuned for my Sephora sale recommendations video. And if you're interested in more day-to-day content, I would love for you to join me over on Instagram at KZ Beauty Coach. We have a lot of fun over there. I do a weekly Get Ready With Me on Sundays, and I alert you to sales or anything that's interesting in the beauty or skincare world. Hope you are having a great day. And again, thank you so much for joining me.